Hello everyone, welcome to CommVault tutorials. Today I'll be teaching how to create a backup job under CommVault. Okay, so I'm just logging on to the my Simpana user interface. Okay, right. So this is it. Yeah, it will. It's taking its own time to bring up the user interface. Right, since this is a trial version, so I'll get the error. Okay, so this is the interface, guys. So this is the version 10 what I'm using. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is here you can see this is our master CommVault server. Okay, so you have to browse to the client computers. Okay, and before actually configuring a backup, you have to make sure that the Commvault agent is installed on that remote server. Okay, for that, what you have to do is either we have two ways. One is go to the installation. So where is it? Program files, Commvault, Simpana. So So under Simpana software cache, go to CV packages. So you have to install this. You have to copy these the packages onto that particular machine, and you have to run, and it will install the agent, Commvault Windows agent. And once it's done, it will list under your client computers just in the same format. Okay, and once it's added, you have to just drill down, and you can, if it is just a Windows server, you will only see a file system, and if it is something application related, then yes, it will list your application like SQL or Exchange or an Oracle, whatever, depending upon the application level. So now what I'm going to do is under the file system, this will be a default structure. Okay, it's a default backup set. However, we can go ahead and create a new one if you want. Okay, which let's say if you don't want to use the default set, um, let's say I'll create a new backup default set, create a new backup set. So I'll just go ahead and create a new backup set, and I just mentioned as a test demo. All right. So you can also mention if you want, this is a default backup set. You can always configure this as a default backup set. So I've just clicked on OK, and see it just created default backup set now, and the subclient name itself is a default. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just browse it, go to properties. It will pop up a new window with all the options here, how exactly our backup job. So you can always use you can always use a VSS option. Okay, take a snapshot, and what content I would like to browse. And let's see, under C drive, what I'm going to do is okay, what I'll do is I'll create a test folder. Okay, test backup, and I will just create a files. just created, added some data. What I'm gonna do is I'll just close and I'll just click on browse once again, so it should refresh. Okay, this is my test backup. Okay, just okay. If you want to wish, so can close. Alright, so now here there are few options. Only with full backup, it will only backup system state. Okay, and how much the retention. Uh, Keep it for how many versions you want. Filters, you can exclude whatever folder I want. Okay, and pre-process and post-process. Pre-process something, let's say most of, if it's Oracle or your SQL database or a Linux server, then you have to bring the services down a bit. All right, as if you want to run any script, something like that, then this is where, yeah, you have to configure that. And this is the security, who can access it, and the storage device, the policies. I already have a storage policy created. However, if I don't want to use this existing storage policy, I can always go ahead and create a new storage policy under from the same subclient properties window. Click on storage policy here, and yeah, we'll get a new wizard. Okay, and click on next. What is storage policy? I just want to create a, because it's my file system, I just want to create a file system storage policy. Okay, click on next. So yeah, what library you want? Let's go to storage library. This is a destination you have to select. Click on next. And the media agent, currently my master server is my media agent. However, if you have more than multiple media agents, depending upon the the configuration, you can select whichever media agent you want. But however, you can always go with the master server as a default media agent. So click on next here. So device streams and aging rules, I don't want to keep it as infinite. Okay, I just want to keep it as a 15 days or a 1 month, depending upon your so you have selected different retention period for archiver. Regular is 15 days. So what I'll do is I'll change it to 15 days. So do you want to enable dedupe? Yes, I want to enable a deduplication on the primary copy. Alright, so this is where it is, and specify the location to store the dedupe database. So yeah, there's a master server, and I just want to go to program files, Commvault, Simpana, my I'll create a new folder here. It's called a dedupe. Alright, click on next, click on finish. So this is how you will create a new storage policy from a subclient level. Okay, so just create it. So it's asking, do you want to convert the next operation to full? So I've just click on OK here. So currently I've selected a new storage policy. Okay, and data transfer options, you can always select how many network agents you want to use, and you can also throttle your network bandwidth. Okay, and the D2P already configured where it should happen on the client or on the media agent. So activity control, enable backup. If it is disabled, then the backup will be disabled. So IntelliSnap operations, we are not using at this point. Number of data readers is nothing but to increase the performance and tuning for your backup, how exactly it should read your data. Okay, so it can increase, but however the minimum it should be 2. And we already checked the okay, so this is where we have different options. Okay, and I've just click on OK. So my default file system, it's created. Okay, now what I'm gonna do now, see, we have different options here. The operation window is nothing but let's say I don't want to run my backup on Saturday, Sunday, or I don't want to run this particular backup in the business hours. Okay, what I can do is I will create a business hours window. Okay, days of the week, start date, and I'll have to mention the time. So it is like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So this is my business hours window where the backup will not run. Okay, even if it's scheduled also, it will be in schedule status only. It will not run. So click on OK, and I click on close. So that is my business window, and I'll look at the schedules. So currently there are no schedule for this job. So what I'll do is I'll create a schedule for that job. Okay, under the test demo, uh, but no schedules. So I'll go to the scheduler. Okay, just showing schedule policies. Okay, now, all right. So under schedule, just right click. Okay, I'll show again. Under the CommCell, now to create a schedule policy for any subclient, okay, go to the under the policies here, policies, schedule policy. Right click on the schedule policy, create new schedule policy. All right, so this is my new schedule policy. What I'll do is this is my file system schedule policy. What I'm creating, name file system, agent type, data protection. Okay, uh, description. Now here I have to associate my client computers. Either you can go with the group wise or you can go with the individual client computers that are there. So I already have a master server, my file system. Under file system I have two sub clients, right? The one we created is a test demo. I'll click on it. Okay. I'll click on OK. The agent type, what I'll be doing is I will be selecting as it's just a file, so master server, you can select all, click on OK. So that should be it. Okay, now this schedule name is my file system schedule, file system backup. The start time is I'll give as a 7 p.m. every day. Okay, backup options, incremental or full depending upon. You can also click on advanced and you can configure all this the data. Okay, you can also mention as generate data verification after backup completes, but it will take some additional time. And see backup files protected by file system. This, it will stop few services. Okay, and startup, you can change the priority. Job retry, how many times you want to retry if it's failing. And media, if you want to start always a new media, it depends upon the availability of your storage resources. Data path, any media agent. I don't want to use any media agent. I want to use a particular media agent, and I want to use a particular library. You can configure here. As of now, we don't have all tracking and NAS option, and alert, you can always configure an alert whether the backup is finished or failed, or depending upon, yeah, it's in running status. So that's what. And click on OK. So here, this is my new, and I click on OK here. See, this is what my new schedule policy. Now if I go here, test demo, it should show my click on schedules. It will load my, see, my file system schedule backup, and I click on view. So this is what it still I don't have. Now what I'm gonna do is I will just want to run a backup now. I want to run a backup. This is my test demo. I click on backup. I want to run a full backup now. Click on OK. I'll go back to the job controller. See, this is running now here. The job has been suspended because we have a time window configured. See, it's the reason it's showing the delay also, you can see. The reason is it will show right click and click on detail. Oh, not this one, sorry. So this is the one. It's running. So this is a old job. Okay, so this is the latest one, the one we created, right? It is the file system storage policy. So this is how you will run. And related event viewers, you can check under, click on event viewer, and you can always see the event will be generated here, whether if there is any new backup job just started, and if it's failed, if it's running. And let's say if I want to check uh, the log files for this particular job log which is running, right? Job controller, let's see, right click, and we have different so I want to actually cover all this information in a different tutorial, but however I would like to continue in the same video, so it will be more associated and easy for you to understand. Okay, now here there is a job here. Okay, it says suspended, so right click on it, and I can see view events, view logs, send log files in detail. If I click on view events, it will show the related events that are generated. It will be easy for you to understand the complete workflow of a backup job. See here, the new backup job started, and it's showing whether it's a full or incremental. And it says the scan phase failed and system scan failed, and job automatically retried. However, this is the exact error message you can see. Okay, so that is not enough for us to troubleshoot. Now what I'll do is I'll click on view logs, so it will open the complete log file for me. So let's see if we can find anything here. So it says this is what it says, which is not enough for me to troubleshoot. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll right click, click on next thing, detail, suspended by job manager. It says error 28, file scan, and attempt job events are the same events what we have. What I'll do is I'll just right click and click on resume, right click and click on resume, and let's see what happens. So this is what the exact error is. No permanent license is available. The license will expire on the, okay. So this is what we'll check if free eval licenses are present. So that's what the exact error is. What I'll do is before that I would like to check my available license because this is a test version. For that I have to go to the control panel and license administration. So it will show my existing licensing summary, so which I don't have actually. So that reason why the backups are failing. So as of now, this is a trial version. I can't do anything. So it's already expired on month of March. So I can't do much here on this. So guys, that is the that is how you will troubleshoot your backup jobs. Okay, first thing you have to right click and go to either check view events, view logs, or detail. Okay, so try to resume it. All right. So currently there is no license, that's why it failed. So these are the minimum basic troubleshooting steps you will perform before actually raising a support ticket with the Commvault. So stay tuned, guys, for more updates. In my coming sessions, I will be teaching you the advanced log file troubleshooting and also how to create a virtual tape library, how to create a storage on the Commvault. Okay, thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.